That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff. But
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon, you want one quick question?
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Okay, Rashad.
Yeah. Welcome back to the channel, man. This is Rashad Milligan. My name is Rashad Milligan. This is the Road to 5K subs. First things first, man. Let's get right into it. Obviously, you know, we make predictions. We have these takes and opinions and things of that sort. Some people, they have like kind of bragging rights, or they'll do anything right for the game of basketball. It's a game that has unified us all and brought us here together. But at the end of the day, man, regardless of who you're rooting for, who you're not rooting for, you just want to see the best compete. In an NCAA tournament, you want to see the best compete against each other because you want to see the best come out on top. We can talk all day about how UConn will beat South Carolina in the national championship because they beat them in February. We can talk all about how LSU will beat, UCLA again in the Elite Eight because they did this or they did that and stuff like that. All of that stuff, right? We could talk about it because they've done it before. At the end of the day, the two teams, the two programs they have to lace up the shoes. They have to lace up the shoes and they have to go face each other one-on-one, and they have to go compete and play 40 minutes on the court and, battle it out to see who exactly is the best. And to not have Juju, it's terrible because you want to have the best of the best out there, and Juju's the best of the best. I felt like she was the National Player of the Year, Naismith National Player of the Year for this past season, 2024-2025. So to not have the Naismith National Basketball Player of the Year, of course you have Kiki out there, and you have the 5-star recruits that you brought in. You know, that's the reason why you bring them in, to have more depth and kind of just overall thing to your team outside of just Juju. At the same time, it's like, man, it's always going to be that what if. If USC doesn't win the national title, it's going to be literally what if for the rest of the time. It's kind of like how teams like Oregon, Baylor, and UConn and South Carolina were always like, what if about the 2020 season, right? With the Panini and things of that sort. It was always like, man, if the tournament ain't get shut down, we would have won the Natty. And I feel like that's what it's always going to be with USC fans and the USC faithful and the Trojan faithful this year, if they don't win the national championship this season. So definitely prayers up for Juju. I know as a super competitor, you can tell when she's out on the court, she's a bit of a sicko when it comes to this competing stuff. And, being a super competitor and being taken out at the most important part of the year, kind of your fame, NIL, advertising, branding, promo, it's all at an all-time high right now. And to have that taken away from you a few games away from achieving a national championship, or at least competing for a national championship, it's got to be soul-crushing. I know it could be. I can imagine. So, Juju, I hope you keep high spirits. I hope you keep some positivity, get some things that can keep your mind off of the current circumstances and stuff like that, if you can, whenever you can, and things of that sort. And, keep some people around you who care about you, genuinely about who you are outside of the game of basketball. And, heal up quick. We're hoping for the best news. We as of right now, at the time I'm recording this, we don't know what it is. Like everybody said, it looked pretty bad. The fact that she had to be helped off the court and didn't even return to the bench by the end of the game. So it didn't look promising, but, just hope for the best and best recovery, rehabbing, all of the things that she needs to do to get back on the court, because the game's in a much better place when Juju Watkins is out there. It's just like with Joel mentioned this on Twitter. It's just like with Paige and AZ and UConn. Like when Paige went out for a whole season, and when she came back, I was like, bro, welcome back, man. The game really missed you. And she was like, thank you. And when AZ was gone, it was like, dang, like when AZ came back, you was like, oh, man, the game really missed Paige and AZ, but AZ by herself for sure at UConn as well, in her own right, of the players she was coming into the to college. Because a lot of people were saying coming out of high school that AZ was better than Paige. And, she had all that hype and expectation on her, the Curry cosign and all that. So I don't know, man. The game is just always better when all the stars are playing. That's kind of like when OGs give like their biggest kind of complaints about the NBA and where it's at right now. The one of the biggest ones is the stars don't play. Dominique Wilkins was just talking about that. Magic Johnson was talking about that with Michael and stuff like that, Jordan. And that's what they said. Like the kids, the stars these days don't even be playing half the time. And you go to for example, I don't want to. This is just an example, so I don't want to make it seem like I'm sending, I'm saying a low ball to anybody, because I respect most folks' games. I respect most folks' games, but say you went to a Memphis Grizzlies New Orleans Pelicans game, and that game, John Morant is not with the team, and for the Pelicans, Zion's not out for conditioning reasons, getting back into playing shape. Zion's still being held out some games for like conditioning reasons, and it's the end of the season. It's like they're like game 74 right now, New Orleans is, and he's still being held out. Like, it's like conditioning for what? You're not playing for 3-4 months after this. But at the same time, you look at a situation like a Paige, right, where Paige kind of came back probably before she was supposed to, was playing on her leg, and then popped it, for good. And she had to sit out a full season just because she didn't sit down and kind of waited out the season prior. So, those are things that exist as well. I'm saying all of this to say injuries are trash, especially when it comes to like the greats, because you want all the greats to be available. So there is no, man, if we had so-and-so, like, because those are the worst debates, like 30 years down the line. If so-and-so ain't get hurt, we would have did it, man. We would have done it. It's annoying to me. Anyways, let me go to the bracket, because yeah, for sure. Today was a good day. It was mostly blowouts, but we also had like probably the best game of the tournament today. So yeah. Let's do it, man. So I was right once again. Let me go through to see where I was right at, where I was wrong. I was right, UConn over South Dakota State. I was right, Oklahoma over Iowa. I was wrong. I picked Kentucky over Kansas State. I was right, USC over Mississippi State. I was right, NC State over Michigan State. I was right, LSU over Florida State. That was a blowout. Different game from today. I mentioned that. Ole Miss, I was right, over Baylor. UCLA over Richmond. Oh, I had them over Georgia Tech. Regardless, UCLA won. South Carolina over Indiana, right? This one, oh my gosh. Was this my only miss in the round of 32? Hold on, let me finish. North Carolina won. Dang, I picked North Carolina. I had no clue about them jokers. Shout out to JJ Quinterly, great college career. I picked Duke. I got everything right in 32, bro, except for that one game. Oh, I'm sick. I am not even going to hold you, bro. Texas was right. Tennessee was right. Notre Dame was right. TCU was right. I got everyone right except for that one. What is my score? Now I'm in the million again. 72%. Goodness gracious, Rashad. All right, man. So, boom. Bro, so I picked Alabama, and I was like, they have so much experience with Zay Green, but also with Sarah Ashley Barker. And if you don't know, I'm long time reactor and stuff like that to Sarah on this channel and things of that sort. I've known Sarah, or known of Sarah, and kind of covered her. No, I didn't even cover her. I was just aware of her when she was in high school, because I was in the state of Alabama at the same time, and I was covering my area. But she was like the big Cooper in Birmingham, which was a big city in Alabama and stuff like that. So I've known of her since she was in high school. She was kind of like what Trendon Wofford was in Birmingham as well for the boys. That's who she was for the girls and stuff like that. So I've always known of her. And I followed her at UGA and then transferring back over to the state of Alabama and stuff like that. But bro, dog, that white girl got some heart, bro. You just gotta call a spade a spade. And I know that's informal and everything like that, but she has some heart, dude. She has some heart. She fought. They one player get fouled out. Say Green foul out. Okay, now they got two of their top three scorers out. And then the big fouls out and like double overtime. I said, oh my goodness. And she still fought to the last play. The game still went down to the last play, bro. 45 points. Her career high was like 39. Then she had the 41. Then she had the 43, which was like the program high for Alabama. Then she scored 45. It reminded me of, ironically, Colin Sexton having like 41 in the 3-on-5 game against who was that, Minnesota. It reminded me of that, ironically. Being in an Alabama jersey and stuff like that. But what a performance! What heart! Maryland. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's almost like it was just like Maryland. As simple as it sounds, it seems like Maryland was just a team that stayed out of foul trouble longer because they just had more help. They had the low one, number one, bro. Oh my goodness, she was shooting the lights out in the Norfolk State game too. Hold on, let me pull this up. That number one, bro. She was shooting the lights out the gym. Which, yeah, Sarah Tabisu. Man, what? 26 points in 50 minutes. She played 50 minutes. Come on, bro. She ain't step off the court once. Nah, a minute. Nah, second. Sellers, y'all know what she's about. 28 points. Okay, Kayleen. Okay, Kayleen with 24. Okay. Played a great game, but man, Sarah, dude, come on, dog. What we doing, man? We got to give it up, bro. That's one of the best performances I done seen in my life, and it came in a loss. I'm like, oh man, I'm sick. But that junk happened with I gotta stop saying that. I gotta stop speaking that over my life. Side note. But what was it? What was the thing I wanted to say? I lost my train of thought. Jada Curry had 41 and a loss. With Louisville, she had it yesterday. And she ended her college career with that one. 41 points on the loss, man. So it happens. It happens sometimes. But that one, Sarah has nothing to feel bad about. Like I say, like we always say, it's definitely some kids who I feel like really gave that last kind of opportunity and showing to the WNBA and the league and everything like that. Like, this is what I have to offer to you going into the draft. Haley Van Lith, Harmony Turner. Now you got Jada Curry, of course. Deja Kelly had a couple moments, and now Sarah Ashley Barker and Zay Green. Well, Zay Green didn't really do like crazy in the tournament, but she should definitely be. Diamond Johnson as well. It's definitely a lot of prospects who have been big names and are big names in the college game who should be taken more seriously, I feel like, than what they are being taken currently as WNBA draft prospects. I think this can be a really good draft, and a lot of people can get some steals in the first couple of rounds. I mean, in the last couple of rounds, in rounds 2 and 3, because you might have players like a Sarah Ashley Barker, players like a Zay Green, players like a Haley Van Lith, players like a Diamond Johnson. You might find those type of players still laying around in the second, third rounds. Harmony Turner's for sure. Harmony Turner, if she don't go in the third round, there's a chance she might go undrafted. This is no sourced information. This is just me talking. It's just me talking because she's a mid-major player, and y'all know how they do it mid-majors. But yeah. So yeah, man, I think a lot of players up their rank with this WNBA draft slot in this time, and that was a good game. LSU, yeah, they look good. I'm not even gonna lie to you, they look healthy. The thing is, I think Flau'jae had a moment where she was kind of wincing for a little bit in the first half, and then in the second half, at the end of the third quarter, Anissa had the moment where she was kind of hurt a little bit and then hopped back up and then kind of went to the bench, and she didn't come in for the rest of the game. Two things you still got to look at two things you still got to look at. But regardless, some jokers still won by 30. Well, not even 30. It was about by 50. They won by 50 at the end of that game. And I have to shout out the freshman too, the Jada Richard. She spells it Richard, but they were pronouncing it Richard. The freshman, bro, she came off the bench in the second quarter, gave quality minutes, dude. 9 minutes here, 6 points, but they were all tough twos. And those minutes right there really held the team together when Flage was on the bench for an extended period of time after she was kind of, is she hurt? Did she re-aggravate something? Jada Richard really held it down for the team at guard right there. So salute to her for those minutes. Last year, Poa, as you guys know, just a floor general, 13 minutes, 0 points, 0 rebounds, but she still had 2 assists. And I think she's good at what she does. It's kind of like with how Raven Johnson catches a lot of flack for her stats and stuff like that. But like, it's like compared to last tier Poa, they kind of have like the same type of roles, I feel like. And the numbers are vastly different from that. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you got to. Numbers are weird. Box scores are weird in college for sure, I feel like. Michaela Williams, a team leading 28 points. Samaya Smith, a big game from her as well, 20 and 12. So, yeah, man. And then Anissa had, dang, I didn't even know she had 7 assists before she went out. She had 26, 11, and 7. She could have had a triple-double if she didn't get hurt or she didn't get taken out of precautionary reasons. But, yeah, a lot of people, well, the announcers, they were saying no team can stop this LSU team. They look like a team that could win the national title this year. And I definitely think they compete, but that health thing is still something I'm looking at, and I don't think it's something that you could just look at. So we'll see what happens in the upcoming rounds. But Samaya Smith, her performance was pivotal because this was someone that I was asking over at the Advocate, Reed Darcy. I was asking him about it, of just like who guards Lauren Betts. There's no more Angel Reese, to team up with Nice down low. So who is guarding Lauren Betts, the best big in the country right now? And he was like, well, Samaya Smith is going to help a lot. And so-and-so is also going to help and things of that sort. So, yeah. Let me see. Okay. All right. Let me see anything else. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked right there. Hold on, let me see. Okay. All right. We're going to move on to the NFL now. I don't do much NFL, and I don't know much about like NFL and football anymore because I don't follow it as much. But here we go. I did think this was interesting. Abdul Carter, I believe he's like a linebacker or a safety from Penn State. He's been talking about wanting to be the number 1 draft pick for a long time, ever since like the end of the season when the number 1 draft pick was determined. He's a defensive end. I apologize, Abdul Carter, edge rusher. But yeah, edge rusher right there. I didn't even read his bio. My bad. But yeah, Abdul Carter. He's apparently an edge rusher at Penn State, and he's always wanted to be the number 1 draft pick this year. So today, he just outright tweeted, number 1 overall pick, 30 days away. Inshallah. Don't let all this QB need talk fool y'all. It's already known who's the best, and no QB is in the discussion. Like I said, the best player goes number 1. Generational. Remember, number 1. And I thought that was interesting that he said that. And also, in the midst of this, apparently, Deion Sanders was at a conference, Pro Mat 25, and I guess they asked him about draft positioning. And Deion said we're hoping for New York. So where is Pro Mat? Because if it's in Jersey or New York, then he's just pandering to the crowd. Where is it? Hold on. This is a manufacturing and supply chain. What are you talking about the NFL draft at this thing for? It's probably just like, hey, we're gonna ask what we need to ask. Where is it? Where is the Pro Mat 25? Where is it? a 10. Takes place in Chicago. So he was just saying this just to say it. Like he wasn't even like he kind of went out of his way to say it. The thing that I think about with things like this is like Travis Hunter ain't saying nothing. Like folks haven't heard from Travis Hunter since he got on, you know what I'm saying, stream and said what he needed to say when he went viral. You haven't heard a peep from Travis Hunter ever since. Like I saw him and you see him in the commercial with Speed and Tom Brady. And then I saw his little brother play the little 7-on-7 with overtime. He caught the touchdown and he did the little dance that Travis Hunter be doing. Like, that's it. I haven't heard nothing else from Travis Hunter, bro. I think that's interesting. But yeah. So that's what's going on with the number one pick. It's not a long segment because I'm not going to give in-depth analysis. But I do know folks was knocking on the door outside. I was like, hold on now. Watch your step. You know what I'm saying? Be careful now. I know Cam Ward. He was talking about. Okay. Let me pull up a mock. Before I move on. So this mock Yahoo Sports, they got Cam Ward going 1 to the Titans, and Travis Hunter 2 to the Cleveland Browns. What? All I know is remember when who was it? Myles Garrett. They asked Myles Garrett, do you know who they're targeting as the next quarterback? And he said, yeah, they told me. And they said, how you feel about him? He said, well, if I didn't feel good about it, if I didn't feel confident about it, that can be the person to get us to the next level, then I wouldn't be sitting here with you right now smiling. That's what Myles Garrett said. So people was like, Cam Ward, Shador Sanders, what's about to happen? And I don't even know it. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know how many times I've heard this Cam Ward at number one thing. That's kind of like out the blue. But I don't know, man. I just don't know what's about to happen, man. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna hold you. Where they got Abdul? They got Abdul going all the way to number 7. Goodness gracious. Wait, they got Will Campbell sliding to 10. They said Will Campbell like was one of the greatest offensive linemen in college ever. He ain't allowed a sack in like 36 games, 36 starts, something like that. But he went to the combine and they was like, oh, his arm's a little to be a tackle. He should move over to so-and-so. And he's like, bro, I've been playing this my whole life. I'm not about to just change position, bro. Like, I study so I could do it. Anyways, interesting stuff there. Interesting stuff. I have no idea what's about to happen at the top of the draft because every time I think I have like a certain clue, but this is also smoke screen season, you know, like Abdul said, we 30 days away. We are a month away. It's smoke screen season. So they're going to put this out to try to make a deal and try to get leverage in negotiations to get this person or have this person trade up to get someone. I don't know. You never know with these things. So yeah, that's what's going on with that. Let me pull this up. This is kind of like the biggest thing going on right now. Still to this day, it's still going on. That ain't even him. Where we at? I'm trying to find. You know what? I might go through my. They said that man got cut. That's not him. It's a different dude. Let me see. All right, give me a second. All right, I found it. Bet.
The nonsense. So many videos are being. I came here to address the nonsense. So many videos are being sent to me, duplicates of my videos. This is for the creators that are sick and tired of their work being copied. Listen to me well. You're either going to be a leader or a follower, and it's okay to be either one, but you have to choose. If you're going to be a leader, people are going to follow you. What is the issue? I realized that God has me here to lead, not to follow anyone. So that's what I'm going to do. When I see somebody following the way, I should be hyped. Now, I'm not perfect by any means. I used to get pissed off. The running videos, the ASMR with workouts, I'm not going to act like I'm a saint. I used to block anybody who was doing anything similar to me. That was me. I'm blocking them. Screw them. How could they copy my work? I worked so hard for this. What's wrong with this dude? Why do the same thing as me? What is up? Then I realized, bro. Like,
Is he playing a bit? Is this a, you remember when I don't know how many of y'all were has seen this video or new to the channel or anything like that. Y'all remember when I reacted to this dude William Banks, and I was like, this is the most interesting story on the internet right now. And the dude was like documenting his time allegedly like in jail for 4 months, and he broke out of jail 3 months in, and it was like everybody in the comments was like, dude, you only have 1 month left. And now he's been like documenting his life outside of like ever since he escaped jail and stuff like that. What's up, my guy? What's up, my guy? The live king in the building. But it's the same thing, bruh. It's like, is this dude doing a bit? Like, because like this guy William Banks, the guy who allegedly broke out of jail and stuff like that, he's an actor and like a comedian and improv and all that. And like he threw a show allegedly on his Twitter. Now, let me go on his Twitter to see if this is still like the case, because I don't know. Like, but he posted a flyer with the date and times, and he was like, "Yeah, we back outside, the Back Outside show." And he was like, "Y'all pull up." Let me see if he's tweeted. They caught him. Ain't no way, bro. So this is, bro. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't, bruh. Bruh. Hey, bro. Free William, bro. Hey, free William, bro. Hey, free William right now. Hey, free William, bro. Hey, what's good, bro? What's good, man? Hey, free William right now, though. We got the live king in the building, man. He doing his thing. They going live on a consistent basis. They doing their thing, talking about you. You hit my email. Oh, hold on. It must have went through junk mail then. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, I ain't gonna do that to you. Hold on. I don't know. Let me see. What would I search for it? Because I'm gonna hit you right back. But I don't know. It is in my spam, bro. What's the what's one word that you can give me to search without what you call it, without incriminating yourself? It was right after your live show. You talking about the other week when you said hit you up and stuff like that? And I said hit my email, it's in the thing. Well, what's a word though that I could search, like a keyword that I could search? I'll respond to it right now. I'll respond to it. But yeah, man, free William though. On a side note, jeez Louise, I didn't, bruh. He really. Bro, I thought this was a bit. I'm not even gonna lie to you, because this man threw a show. He threw a show, bro.
We're doing. You guys with them? Yeah.
Bro, he did a show, bro. I promise you, he did a show. He had a flyer. He posted the flyer. It was like the Back Outside show.
Can I follow you guys, or?
You can go to the precinct.
Yeah. Do you know which one they're going to?
Ain't no way in the world, bro. I escaped from jail, never going back again. Eradicated atheism. I am God's plan. Back to back, baby. So he did the show. Oh my gosh. Hey, yo. Hold on, man. This is on the side note. Let me take care of this business, bro. Let me see. Let me search like Brooklyn. No, it's definitely in spam. But I definitely want to get that cleared up. It's not in spam. What's like an okay. All right. I'm gonna search that. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. Let me get this right. It's not in spam. Let me see. It's not in my inbox. What would it be in? I'm trying to get this right. You said maybe you sent it to the wrong email? It should just be I'll say it out loud since it's in the thing. You said you used the one from my page. rashadmilliganbooking at gmail.com. Michael. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say it out loud. I'm trying to incriminate you. Your IG or YouTube. Bro, I don't even be on Instagram. But the one in my IG and the bio that's the same one from my YouTube. Yeah, he said I think that's it. Yeah. But yeah, I literally looked up the name that you just gave me. Oh, 23. Let me add the 23. Let me add the 23, see if that makes any difference. 23. Nothing, bro. Nothing. I'm gonna try in the spam. Yeah, I ain't getting them. Cause I wouldn't front you like that. No, I ain't gonna front you like that. But let me know when you want me to come on right now. Let's set it up right now. And then I'll get back to the live, everything like that. I just want to make sure I get you right, everything like that. Just let me know when you want me to come on. I'm available most nights. Tomorrow night, I'm busy. Wednesday night, I should be good. Yeah, I should be good about most of the rest of the week. I think whenever LSU plays again, I'll be busy that night too. But yeah, just let me know. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat what night you want me to do. And then I'm available usually like after like 9 p.m. Eastern. Just let me know in the chat. All right. In the meantime, I'm gonna get back to this. This is crazy, bro. This man, look at this. Oh my goodness, dude. When he did this, I was like, ain't no way, bro. Like that's when I knew. I was like, okay, he doing a comedy bit, bro. Ain't no way. Dog, he really, bro. Oh man. Yo, ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way, dog. Bring me the box, I will win. I'm trying to find the one where he see, I told you, welcome home, William Banks. And then he put the address on it. I said, there's no way. He said, do I have another way you can contact me? Let me think. You on Twitter? If you on Twitter, DM me on Twitter. My Twitter name is just my name, Rashad Milligan. But yeah, man. This is insane, bro. He had 454 do a DJ set. 454 is popping. Like, he got a legit musical career, bro. He's a respectable musician in this time. That's crazy. This man, that's crazy. But anyways, okay. Let me see if I can find you on Twitter right now. Because I want to make sure I get this right, and I don't let it linger too long, or you know what I'm saying, or we don't get nothing set up. And then it's like, dang, Rashad fake. Nah, don't do that to me. Hold on, let me see. You're all right. I got you. I just DM'd you. We here. Okay, bet. All right. Hey, take care of business always. That's a side note, personal message to everybody. Make sure y'all take care of business for sure, and be a man or a woman of y'all word. Just be, if y'all say y'all gonna do something, do it. Don't be fake. But yeah, anyways, yeah. So when I see this guy, so when I see this guy and I'm hearing him talk, I'm like, bruh, is this a bit? Like, is he playing a character right now? And like, because he's dedicated to the character, like he got called out, made fun of, but he's still like, just like so into character right now. Just like, yeah, people hating on me, but I'm still gonna do what I need to do. And like, that's crazy to me. That's crazy, dude. And then hold on. I gotta pull this up in the meantime. Okay, I'm gonna go back to this, finish this last 20 seconds, and we're gonna get to it.
As a Christian man, why are you angry if they're following you? Matter of fact, if you're doing something good with good intentions, this should be a great thing. So coming from someone who's been in your shoes, just know if people are doing what you're doing after they see what you're doing is working for you, you're doing something right. Don't allow this to get you upset. This is the name of the game.
Bro, people, I'm telling you, bro, like folks when they get, man, I tell you, bro. Folks, when they get a little bit of attention, bro, they take it, they run to the bank. They run to the so-and-so. And Brody already had millions of followers beforehand. And yes, I know Juju got hurt. I talked about it at the beginning of the live. But man, I'm telling you, man, when folks just get a little bit, boy, they run with it, take it to the bank. they all, oh yeah, when people can't be you, they want to be you. And people, bro, what is you talking about, bro? People was laughing at you because you dumped your face in the little ice water or the sparkling water, and you came back up and you sprinting that full sprint next to a car, and you what else buddy did? And you put a banana peel on your face, and you woke up at 3 a.m. just to do a whole lot of kind of busy work until 7 a.m. when most people started. So it was just like, and you still went to the gym at like 6:37. That's a regular time people go to the gym in the morning. So it was, I don't know, man. It's some stuff that I be seeing, and I'm just like, sometimes you got to let people live in their own world, bro. Sometimes you got to let people live in their own world and let them have it. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. No. I'm just live on YouTube. Now multiple platforms. It's just YouTube. That's all I do. Just YouTube. But yeah, so Drew Walls, he took to Twitter to respond to him. And he said, well, we got him. We got him right where we were. And Drew Walls, he said, people forgot for about 2 months straight. I ain't say a word. People was making fun of me, saying all this. They was mocking me. I ain't say a thing. He went viral. First thing he did was run to the net and defend his honor. What are we doing? And he complaining about people reposting. What you need to be worried about, Mr. Ashton Hall, is the fact that I didn't even know this before today. Someone else pointed it out, and I said, that's crazy. He didn't even have an advertisement or a brand deal with the sparkling water company. So he done made the sparkling water his main thing, pouring it into the little thing, sticking his feet, all that, right? He shattered the other sparkling water brand just to pick up his brand with the blue bottle. He ain't even have no brand deal the whole time. And when I seen that, I said, how would you know that he ain't have no brand deal? They said, well, the FCC laws, you got to at least state that it's a hashtag ad at the end of it if it's a paid ad included in the post. I said, dang. So that whole time, Buddy just been doing this and he been doing this, it seemed like consistently for a little while before it went viral on Twitter. You've been doing this for this long, and you're not even sponsored by the folks that you promoting the most? That's what you need to be mad at. You need to be mad at so-and-so company, sparkling water, for not even getting, you ain't getting no back end. Like, you got your people talking to them, negotiating. You need at least an M, bro. Because the amount of business that you done gave them folks this weekend, you had Steph Curry and Aisha talking about, oh, y'all know about this sparkling water. Come on, bro. Are you serious? They said the Google searches for the little sparkling water brand done went up times 150 or something like that, right? That's what you need to be upset at, bro. You need to be upset at that. You don't need to be upset at the people reposting your stuff, because the people reposting your stuff, even if it's not you directly, you still getting more money from it because it's bringing you exposure. You might have had 1 million followers on Instagram beforehand, but before last weekend, most of the people on Twitter and the rest of the internet ain't know about you. So it's like, now they do. And it's like, now you got a whole nother audience and you can turn that into a whole nother something else. See, like, just your face and just having that type of thing out is free advertising, bro. Clip channels, reaction channels, everything like that. You might be, oh man, still my, it's exposure, bro. And exposure eventually going to get you paid 10 times more. You are so much more marketable to be in a commercial, a movie, a TV show, a series, paid interviews from Vlad, whoever, Say Cheese, whoever the case might be, right? No Jumper. You have a better chance of getting all of that, doing a paid 20v1, doing a paid Pop the Balloon, doing all of these paid opportunities, modeling, whatever the case might be. Come back to Alcorn and speak to the kids and the football team. You have all these new opportunities for paid opportunities because of the free promo that these other pages done gave you. So while you worried about that's giving you more money, you're not even worried about the people that's taking money from you. Man, if them sparkling water folks ain't hit you up yet, they doing exactly what they wanted. They sitting back and like, yes, promote our brand for free. It's a sparkling water brand. It ain't no local, you know what I'm saying, liquid startup business. This is a sparkling water brand. Sparkling water is expensive, bro. So I say all this to say that company got some money. So already rich company, watch you promote their stuff for free for millions and millions of views across the internet for free. Absolutely nothing. You're going to continue to do that. You're not going to be mad at them. You're going to be mad at the people reposting your stuff, making you more famous so you can make more money. But your priorities, they're messed up. They're messed up. What are we doing here, sir? Let's make sure we get it on the right track. I don't like once again, I don't know if you're playing a character right now and this is just a character to act oblivious to what's actually going on, and you're just like sticking to it, whether it's like a dumb jock stick or whatever it is. But sir, you gotta lock in at some point, bro. You gotta lock in at some point. Because this ain't it. You're looking crazy. You're looking crazy right now, bro. So there's that. What else do I want to say? The Drew Wall thing, that's just the thing. I want to talk about Mikey and the transfer portal. So Mikey Williams went into the transfer portal. Uneventful year for him this season. He didn't play much at the beginning of the year. Then at the end of the season, he got to play a little more. He got to show his talent, and he was scoring a little more. Overall, it all evened out to be 5.1 points per game. That's his main thing. Everything else is going to be close to zero across the board because his main kind of focus is scoring. As you see in the last game of the season, he had 11 points, 4 assists, 2 blocks, 3 fouls, 2 rebounds. It's kind of like he had 14 points against Oklahoma State. I remember that game because they hyped it up like he scored 80 points. And it's just an unfortunate kind of decline for Mikey Williams. Going into the season, he said he wanted to kind of be one and done in a way, because this is technically his first year, you would say. Yeah, they got him as a freshman. So he said, I still want to be one and done. My ultimate goal is to make it to the NBA. That didn't happen this year. So now, okay, we take a slice of humble pie and reevaluate where we're at and what we need to do. Mikey already lost 1-2 years due to legal troubles. And so now you're older. So now NBA teams are looking at you with like, he's older though. Number 1 pick, Zachary Richardson still ain't 20. He's still a teenager. He's still 19 years old. And he's starting to improve and get better every single game. And it's looking like a promising pick for the Hawks to get him at 1. A lot of people was like, oh, it's a weak draft, terrible pick, and a weak draft, blah, 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 blah. All that. He figured it out. And he's figuring it out. And the main draw to it is the fact that he's 19 years old. Mikey right now has to be 20. Mikey has to be 20 at this point. Because he was like 18 when he graduated. Well, most people are 18 when they graduate high school. But yeah, he's 20. He's going to be 21 next season. He's going to be a 21-year-old fresh sophomore. Okay. So you're going to be a 21-year-old sophomore. You really, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on right now that you have to figure it out, bro. You have to figure it out and you have to put it together because the clock is ticking. 21-year-old sophomore. Next year kind of has to be it for you unless you're just going to put together a solid college career, 4 years, say, and then you're just going to find your niche in the league. Like you're going to be a lockdown defender or you're just going to be an energy guy, an enforcer, right? You're going to be the guy to step up to everybody and bark at the players on the other team, or you have to find some type of role if you're going to stay in college for 4 years to make it into the NBA at this point, unless at 21, sophomore season, you ball out. Then you might get an opportunity to go late second round, be a two-way player, and then work your way up to the league at 22, 23 years old. Other than that, stay in school 4 years and find your niche. Try to be like if I'm going to be someone, I'm going to be Tony Allen. If I'm going to be someone, I'm going to be Dylan Brooks. If I'm going to be someone, I'm going to be Pat Beverly. Got to find something. So best of luck to Mikey. It's a bit of a sad story to see the story kind of go like this. Keep your head up as always. Stay encouraged. Stay positive. Keep positive people around you. But also don't keep yes man around you. Like keep people that's going to keep it real. Like, bro, you about to turn 21 going into your sophomore year. You coming off a season where you average 5 points a game. Regardless if the coach gave you a chance, regardless if the coach was hating, and it's politics, the reality is the reality. NBA teams aren't going to look at it's politics, and you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt that Bronny gets. It just is what it is, bro. So that's what it is, man. And you gotta lock in for sure. It's time. Like you're running out of time, to be honest. Like in life, you got a bunch of time. You're 21 years old. You can use your influence and your high school fame to go. You could do what Julian Newman does, whatever that is. Play in the celebrity games, play streamers. Julian Newman went to NAIA after that and stuff like that, but he still does like the influencer stuff. You can go tour with Harlem Globetrotters. You could play with And1. It's so many ways that you could do entertaining stuff with the game of basketball and everything like that. With your platform being an influencer, you could start obviously a podcast, your own podcast and stuff like that. Do we need more basketball podcasts? Not really, but like you would be a voice for the youngins that don't have you know what I'm saying? We all have all these old podcasts, but we don't have an independent youngins Hoopers podcast. So for that generation of kids and everything like that, you can be that for them. You can have that type of voice and tell your stories about how it was for you being a teenage star and all of those things and sort of like that. So there's that. Also another one, Justin Pippen, the brother of Scottie Pippen Jr. and obviously the son of Scottie Pippen, is entering the transfer portal in Michigan. I saw this. I just thought it was a funny tweet. It's like the transfer portal is wild. His team's in the Sweet 16 right now. I just always think those things are funny. How like Dominique Davis did that for USC, but I think I still saw her like dressed out, like just on the bench in her sweats and stuff like that. But yeah, that stuff is always kind of crazy to me, wild to me. How like players be in the transfer portal and still like we still playing and things of that sort. But that's what's going on in the portal right now. Some people are like, is this the end of mid-majors because of NIL? You know, everything goes to the highest bidder. And to that, I say, like, when have mid-majors ever really competed for championships? Like, mid-majors, they make runs to the Final Four. Sometimes, I think in the case of Butler, they went to the championship and they were one half-court prayer heave away from Gordon Hayward bouncing from winning the championship. Mid-majors, as long as I remember, excuse me if I'm wrong, if you're going to say, oh, so-and-so, like, you know how in baseball Coastal Carolina won last year? Or, a few years ago. It's like Coastal Carolina won the College World Series. Like, that doesn't really happen in basketball. It's like most people that win are the Power Fives. Now, the Power Fours now. A lot of people make runs and stuff like that, but they don't win the actual thing. You know, even when an 8th, 9th seed wins on the men's side, it's still like UConn or Wisconsin, or, you know what I'm saying? Like a major team. So yeah. I don't know if I would say NIL is necessary. If anything, I'll say this. I think NIL and the transfer portal are killing the mid-major schools' legacies of historic players, right? So if you have a player who wants to get 2,000 points in his career at this school, he led the team to 3 NCAA appearances, tournament appearances. He led the school to so-and-so conference titles, and he led the school in this category, in this category, in this category, like all that stuff, right? Then you would be like, what I want to say. You'd be a school legend forever. Like, RJ Hunter can go back to Georgia State whenever he wants. He's a legend at Georgia State. Some players can go back to their schools whenever they want. They're a legend there. Like, they'll always be, hey, jersey in the stands, everything like that. Danny Granger can go back to New Mexico whenever he wants to. Hey, Kawhi Leonard can go back to San Diego State whenever he wants to. Hey, like, staying at the smaller schools, it's like a legacy and a pride thing that's always going to be there with you in that school that only you two will understand. And I think with NIL and the transfer portal, it's like, okay, say I stay at this school 4 years. It's no guarantee I'm going to go to the league, especially if I stay all 4 years at a mid-major. I'm going to maximize my earning potential for the sport while I'm in college. So if I'm here 2 years, I balled out at my mid-major, I know I'm not going to the league at this point. I waited too late. I should have left after my freshman year when I averaged 25 points to go to the league. I waited. It's been 2 years. Duke is offering, because they offered a boy from Tulane, what, like $7 million, $8 million, $9 million a year? And that's a quarterback. Duke not even a football school. What are we doing? He got $9 million to play quarterback at Duke. Anyways, shouts out to bro. Tulane, great for sure. But imagine like Duke offers a bag for $10 million for your last 10 years of school. So you get $5 million junior year, $5 million senior year. Bro, I'm going to take that. If I know I'm not going to go to the NBA, like at this point, I know I'm not on any mock boards anymore like that. I've been averaging 20 plus the last 2 seasons at my mid-major. I'm going to go to the little Duke or Kansas, Kentucky, one of the Blue Buds, and get me $5 million a piece for my last 2 years of school, because after this, it's going to be G League and overseas. Overseas, I'm going to get maybe $1 million, $3 million. The bag going to be better than the G League, because the G League, in a lot of cases, you ain't going to be getting paid not much but minor league prices in baseball. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, I could either make 50, 60, 40,000 playing in the G. Well, I don't know how many. Let me look up what the G League salary is. I should bring on Kyle to talk about this. Shout out Kyle Castlin. Here it is. Players signed directly to a G League team earn $40,500 a year. Players drafted by NBA teams and assigned to G League on two-way contracts earn a minimum of $500,000. So there it is right there. So you get $500,000 if you're a two-way player, but if you're just a regular G League player, you get $40,000. So, all right, for the rest of my career, after this 4 years in college, I'm gonna make $40,000. Okay. Yeah, let me take the $5 million a year. let me take the $10 million, because this $10 million will probably be more than I ever make in my professional career, especially if I just stay in America. Now, if I go overseas and I play 6 years overseas, I can make back that 10 mil. But like, I ain't trying to go overseas every single year that nobody speak the language. I don't like the food. I don't understand anybody. Everybody look at me weird because I'm tall and black. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm tall and white and American. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Everybody don't want to have to go through that for 6-8 years just to make the money back that they could have made in America while they were younger and got their bag at a younger time by just going to a P5 or P4 for 2 years for 10 million. So I think that is killing, like, you know what I'm saying, just legacies at small schools and small school legends, because, you know, you don't have the extensive resume that you would otherwise. Like, you don't get a Steph Curry 4 years at Davidson. Like, as soon as Steph Curry got lit his junior year, when he was coming back for that next year, Joker would have went, well, I think he was a sophomore, right? He was a sophomore and came back his junior year. He got lit sophomore year with the run in the tournament and came back junior year. If Steph Curry would have got lit sophomore year, right, the same way his brother did at Liberty, and what his brother did, oh, I could go to Duke, get more exposed. I'm gonna go to Duke. If Steph was like, okay, I'm lit, Duke offering $8 million. At this point, he don't know if he going to the league. Because yes, he the hottest thing smoking. Everybody talking about Steph Curry and Davidson being the Cinderella, and he going to the Elite Eight, and this skinny kid in this baggy jersey and these baggy shorts is dancing all around and pointing to the sky after every three, and he like a machine dribbling and everything like that. He still doesn't know if he gonna go to the league, bro, because it's like people still like he too skinny. We don't know about this and that. Like, he playing mid-mate. Look at his competition. Is this a fluke run? You know what I'm saying? That's how people still thinking with Steph Curry at the time. And then he could also be a player who does get drafted, and he doesn't last longer than his first contract. He doesn't last longer than his rookie contract in the league, right? So it's like, in that case, Steph Curry might be like, Duke offering $8 million to come to Duke for my junior season, and then I go to the league, I'm gonna have more exposure. I'm gonna take the $8 million guaranteed, and then we don't get the legend that is Steph Curry at Davidson. And every time he go back to Davidson, it's not Steph Curry. It's not all of that. Yeah, the whole team don't wear Under Armour because of Steph Curry. Steph Curry don't get a you know, I don't think he has a statue yet, but he should get a statue. He's not gonna get a statue. He's not gonna get the retired jersey and everything like that because he didn't do the whole Davidson thing. So I think NIL and the transfer portal definitely killed that. The small school legend. I don't think there'll be any more small school legends, which is unfortunate. But in terms of just competition, I don't think it killed competition. I think it's always going to be some Cinderellas and stuff poking out. Like, look at McNeese State. Like, that was a Cinderella. I mean, of course, they only won one game. They didn't go to the Sweet 16 or anything like that. But I think those kids like are a good example of teams that still exist. They could win one game on a good day and have chemistry and work well as a unit. You know, they might not have the stars individually, but work well as a unit always. Everybody knows their role. They've been playing together for 3-4 years. And they stick together because they NIL offers and they transfer portal offers want $8 million from Duke. Everybody can't get $8 million from Duke. So it's like, all right, we're going to stay together, build on this thing. And like McNeese, most of them jokers were seniors this year. You know, they talking about like, oh, coach, am I coming with you to NC State? Y'all ain't got no eligibility yet. Some of y'all might have a grad year eligibility left, but most of y'all was seniors. Senior night, the whole team came out there with their parents with the little frame, and the jersey and picture and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? That's you still gonna get that. I feel like every now and again, you just not gonna get runs to the Sweet 16 and the Elite Eight and the Final Four anymore. And you're not gonna get small town school legends. You know, you're not gonna get someone like I know this is a bigger school, but you're not gonna get someone with a popularity and a legendary trademark and all that, like a Trey Burke at Michigan or a DJ Burns at NC State. You're not gonna get that at mid-major schools anymore because of NIL. Like kids gonna leave as soon as they get the opportunity to. So yeah, I wanted to say that this Dan Hurley thing was very interesting to me, bro. And I'll read it out loud. I'll read it out loud for y'all. Reading challenge. We back at it. Reading challenge. Here we go. This is from Outkick. This has been reported by multiple people. I first saw it on Twitter, and I was like, that can't be real. So I looked it up. I seen it reported by multiple folks. So it must be real. Here it is. Hold on. Let me see who read this. Who wrote this? Trey Wallace. Trey Wallace of Outkick.com. Following UConn's NCAA tournament loss to Florida on Sunday, a video of Huskies coach Dan Hurley giving Baylor players and coaches some profane-laced advice made its way across social media platforms. It is the aftermath of Queens City News reporter Joey Ellis shooting the video and a UConn official's threatening response to it being posted that has now caused further backlash for the Huskies program. As Hurley was walking to the back of the tunnel area nearside Lenevo Center in Raleigh, North Carolina, Ellis had his camera rolling. He recorded one of the most interesting moments of the tournament so far as the Huskies coach, clearly frustrated with officiating, gave a warning about the referees to the Baylor coaching staff and players who were entering the court to take on the top-seeded Duke. I hope they don't F with you like they F'd with us, Hurley can be heard saying. I hope they don't do that to you, Baylor. Well, I hope they don't F you like they F'd us. That's what he said. But when you just thought that was the end of the story, it got even crazier for Joey Ellis. UConn SID allegedly threatened to ruin reporter's career. On Monday afternoon, Ellis told me that he told me, he didn't even say sources. He said, Ellis told me that the area he was recording from was open to the media. Bobby Mullen, UConn's director of men's basketball communications, disagreed. Mullen sought out Ellis on press row after he saw the video posted online from his X account. The Huskies communications director wanted the video taken down from Ellis's social media, and according to the reporter, he was threatening to ruin Ellis' effing life if he did not take. This sounds so familiar. Boy, I got some stories, boy. And y'all, hey, if y'all know, y'all know. If y'all know, y'all know I got some stories. Boy, I done been threatened to be. Boy, man, you would have thought I was in Guantanamo Bay, boy. Whatever. Rikers Island. You would have, man. If these folks undid half the stuff they said they was going to do to me because I said something or wrote something or posted. Boy, look, man. Y'all not the mob, bro. I'm going to stop right here. You're not the mob. PR publicists, communication directors, y'all not the mob, bro. Y'all not scaring nobody, bro. I don't care about no. People gonna do their jobs, bro. People gonna do their jobs. Regardless, dude. They gonna do their jobs, bro. Whether you like it or not, they gonna do their jobs. It just is what it is. And the threat and the takeaway, that's the reason why, like, it's crazy because y'all be the same ones, right? A lot of the people in the industry complain about the current state of journalism and how it's gotten soft and how it's so biased and how people swing this way to protect relationships and this and that. And then y'all do some stuff like this when something real comes out. It is what it is, man. Maybe tell your coach to control his emotions a little. Dan Hurley is how old? How old is Dan Hurley, bro? He's 52. Dan Hurley is 52 years old, bro. So far this year, he done chirped back at a fan, said, check the effing rings. He done complained about the coaches, officiators. He done complained about the referees in about 3-4 games this season. I'm saying all this to say Dan Hurley. Oh, he one time he said I'm the greatest effing coach of all time. I'm saying that man at this big age of 52 years old acts like he's 25. That's being polite. Maybe check him instead of checking the reporter for just pointing out what he said. On the reporter side, I definitely get it. I've been there where I got some juicy stuff or I heard some juicy stuff. I'm like, dang, there's some good stuff. I could use it. They'll go viral. But like, I'm like, it ain't even worth the trouble of all the lip and everything that I got to hear after the fact. And then what does it accomplish in the long run? It doesn't really add to any story. It's just something crazy that I heard or saw. So I'm like, okay, blah, blah, blah. And I also like, it's crazy being a reporter and stuff like that with like being raised in like anti-snitch culture. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, it was just you just train not to snitch, you train not to tell and things like that. Like growing up, like I ain't gonna lie, 7 years old, I was telling on my 13-year-old because she was cussing when y'all. She said, "Y'all better clean this dang kid." And then they like, "Dang, Rashad, you snitching? You I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I ain't know I wasn't supposed to snitch." So I ain't gonna lie, I was snitching as a little kid. I didn't know, but they was like training me to not snitch. So it's like part of me still to this day, when I see certain stuff, I'm like, it's not even worth the trouble. And this is like the thin line of reporting and snitching, telling the truth and then just snitching. When you say something just to say it and it don't benefit nobody, like it doesn't add to the story, it doesn't add context, and you just saying it because it's some juicy stuff like gossip or whatever the case might be, it's like at that point, I felt like that's close enough to snitching as opposed to like doing your actual job or reporting and stuff like that. So that's what that is. So I understand on the reporter side too of like you might not want to do that, but at the same time the boy did it, and it's like that's the risk you run when you have your 52-year-old coach running around like he 22. He running around like he's 70. He running around like he one of the players. He is 52 years old. This is a grown man right here. In 2025, he know 2025. Everybody got their cameras out. If the fans don't got their cameras out on the tunnel like this, waiting to high five the players, the little kids got their cameras out, and they overhear what he telling Baylor as they come out on the court, then you know someone in the back got the cameras rolling. So if you know someone always got the cameras rolling, what is he doing? But they talking about some stuff that's going on right now. Oh, they talking about Juju. It's ACL. ACL for Juju. Heal quickly. Things of that sort for sure. No, I'm saying definitely get better, bro. Get better, Juju, for sure. Words were exchanged. Oh, they talking to the players. They mad at the players. It's one of them situations where people just be mad. You know, when you just mad at something. Like I had another situation where I had, you know, some folks talk to me and they was like, this going on. I said, don't even be, you know what I'm saying, offended by what they said. Look, that's Rhea Marshall. Oh, Rhea Marshall coming at her like, oh, this crazy. She said, what? Huh? You don't do that to? Look at Holly Rowe, messy. Rest in peace, Takeoff. Don't let that bro, because she too messy. I ain't calling Holly Rowe, bro. It's just a song. I'm just thinking about the song, but look at Holly. What's she saying? Huh? Oh, interesting. But yeah, this is one of them situations where the Mississippi State player that they was booing and everything like that, she ain't even had nothing to do with nothing, bro. She ain't had nothing to do with nothing. That's just a play where it's just physical basketball. It happens sometimes. Like you're gonna slip and freak accidents, and most ACL tours are like non-contact and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. But like in that moment, you're gonna be mad, bro. Like you mad, right? You mad that like your star player just went down, Everybody know what it looks like when it happened. It's a knee injury. We hope it's not an ACL. We hope it's not a this or that, right? And if you mad and you don't have nobody to aim the anger to, you just gonna be angry at the first person you see in some Mississippi State colors. So I get it from Ray Marshall, but I don't think it was no dirty play. But yeah, prayers up to Juju, man. Fast healing. It's tough that it happened in the postseason as well, because it's like, if it happened at the beginning of the season, then you're like, okay, at least we get her next year. Probably is no next year. Juju's probably shut down for the entire year. I think she should sit down for the entire next season, just for the sake of her overall career. Diana Taurasi just played how many seasons? Like 22, 23 seasons or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She played 20 seasons, 23 seasons, 22 seasons. So if you're going to play 22, 23 pro seasons, sit a whole year. Sit the whole year. Get right. Get the body right. Stuff like that. Back to Dan Hurley. Back to Dan Hurley and UConn and the mob and the Husky mob that think they just so big and bad and can talk to reporters any way you could talk to. The dude who posted it is a grown man. You can't talk to him. You're going to ruin my effort. This is a job at the end of the day, bro. My job does not define me. It is what I do for a paycheck. I go home. I love it. It's part of my purpose, but that ain't even the purpose. The purpose ain't even the job of journalism. If you're doing journalism, your purpose might be to connect to people and to show them. It ain't to write about the basketball game. It's so much deeper than that. You can't ruin my life from something in the profession or some of my career, because my career and my profession isn't my life. Somebody, I don't know who needed to hear that right now, but no one in my career field, no one in my industry can come up to me and say, I'm going to ruin your life, because your career is not your life. Come on, man. What are we talking about right now? What are we talking about right now? The thing is, bro, can't nobody on this earth tell you who you are and should have the power to. It was a thing I seen with Haley Van Liff, right? And Haley Van Liff, she was talking about like how her mental health has always been just really off since middle school. And she said she's really leaned into her faith now. And she's so grateful for God's greatness and goodness and mercy and everything like that. And I said, I told a friend, I said, I'm kind of nervous about this. They said, why are you nervous? I said, because everything's really going well for her right now. And I don't want her to equate this experience with something that's just emotional, just like she had a kind of a down year at LSU and things are up at TCU. Now she's like, God is good all the time. Because what if she started? It's one thing to say, if God take basketball away from me, I'll still be happy and this and that. It's another thing when it actually happens. If she does start losing games, if she don't get drafted, or if she get drafted but don't make a roster and then is hopping around the league for a roster spot her rookie season, is she still, God is the greatest, God is this and that? I don't want it to be that. And they said, well, yeah, I think so, because she had highs. Like, she was one of the top ranked players in high school. She went to Louisville. She came national acclaim, and they had a great career at Louisville and stuff like that. So you make great points. So I take that back to here, right? Nobody, no thing on this planet that we see with our eyes should have the power to take away from our self-worth, from our self-love, from our happiness, from the way that we're content with life, or take away from our purpose on this planet. No person, no thing ever should take away from any of that stuff. 100%. I was about to say period. I'll say period anyway. Shout out to JT and Young Miami, period. And Lil Yachty, period. Nobody should be able to take away from that stuff, bro. Nobody. So to the little mob, to the Huskies that then got lost in the sauce with their little 9-to-5 job or their 9-to-9 job or whatever hours you want to say. Oh, I work in athletics. It ain't no 9-to-5. Okay, whatever. Whatever hours you work, right? You don't have the power, the ability, or the I don't even know what you were even thinking, bro, to tell somebody I could ruin your effing life. Man, go on somewhere, bro. When's the last time you talked to your family? Call your mom on the phone. Call your daughter on the phone, your wife on the phone. Call your brother on the phone. Call your cousin on the phone. Call your aunties. Call your uncle on the phone. Don't play with them. Don't play with me, bro. I'm here to do my job, get my money, and go home, bro. What do you? I can ruin your effing life. Please get out of my face, bro. After refusing to do so, he stood on all 10. Ellis and Mullen continued in his attempt to cause trouble for the reporter. What you gonna do? You want to get the mob on me? You want to get the Husky mob from Connecticut to fly in on a private jet, crack their knuckles at me as I'm walking to my car outside of the... Man, please go ahead, bro. Please go ahead. See how that end up for you, bro. We got all these witnesses, all these other media watching what's going on right now. See what happened if y'all try something when I walk out this arena. They all gonna go up for me. And the whole media, the people outside of this arena gonna go up for me. And then it's all of us versus you. Ain't no one bigger than the program. They done took down Joe Paterno. When they took down Joe Paterno, it's like ain't nobody bigger than the program. You bigger than what Joe Pa was at Penn State. Joe Pa had a whole statue. Took the statue right on down. Strip Joe Pa of all his. You ain't bigger than the program. So no, man, what you gonna do? You can't do nothing to me, bro. You can't do nothing to me, bro. You better talk to the man with some respect. That's a grown man. Anyways, they continued. He claimed that 4 other reporters also witnessed the entire incident. So there it is. He's talking about it right there. In the statement released to Queen City News, Mullen said the following about the incident. The last image of Coach Hurley leaving the court should have been his walking off the arm in arm with the seniors overwhelmed with emotion. Instead, a reporter who was in the area he shouldn't have been recorded on his cell phone a private conversation made to members to another coaching staff. Mullins also took to social media to try to explain his temper, but then he deleted the post a short time later. Outkick attained a screenshot of the now deleted X post, which reads, PR man yells at a reporter, news at 11. I have a journalism degree, and I know the difference between reporting and seeking you got your moments. What that got to do with threatening the man's life? What they got to do? You threaten the man's life, bro. You said, I'm going to ruin your effing career. You ain't going to do nothing, bro, except for tweet and delete. Because that's what you can't even stand on business for 2 seconds with what you said. What is we talking about right now, bro? See, please get out my face with this. It's the ironic part in all of this. Buddy threatened to ruin Buddy's career and his life, right? With this bad PR on UConn's program, specifically UConn's athletics department, athletics communications department, you about to lose your job. Your life about to be ruined. Ain't that funny? One thing about them tables, they always... What are we talking about right now, man? Come on, bro. He really about to see. Ain't nobody bigger than the program. What are we talking about? Ain't nobody bigger than the program, bro. I have a journalism degree, and I know the difference between reporting and seeking gotcha moments. My temper flared in a bit of a moment of weakness after a loss, but I think the journalists I work with regularly will vouch for me. Ain't nobody going to vouch for someone who just threatened somebody. Like, man, get on, bro. How you going to threaten somebody's life and say, oh, my bad, bro. I got a little worked up there, buddy. I'm sorry. A little worked up is like, delete that jump, bro. Like, delete it, bro. Man, come on, bro. Please, bro. Delete it, bro. I'm asking. That's getting heated. I'm going to ruin your effing life is not getting a little heated. What are we talking about, bro? Mullen's explanation doesn't fly. Thank you. The tunnel area inside the Lenovo Center was surrounded by NCAA staff members, and if the media weren't allowed to be there, reporters certainly would have been removed. This area has always been open to the media. It's the same setup for all the NCAA tournament venues, including Rupp Arena in Lexington, where I covered the first 2 rounds. So the private conversation excuse goes out the window. As so does the entire statement from UConn's communication department. Thank you. We reach out to Mullen for comment. We will update if UConn responds. Great story, Trey Wallace. Great story, Outkick. Shout out to the young man, everything like that. Like I said, I understood where Buddy's frustration come from for him writing that and doing that and everything like that. But at the end of the day, bro, we not threatening no reporter's life over anything they reported. Unless they said something like some on some serious allegations. And y'all know the allegations I'm talking about. If they just made up some of them allegations that could ruin a player's life and a player's, well, not even life, reputation, ruin a player's public reputation, his endorsements, millions and this, and it wasn't even true. That's the one time where you like, okay, that calls for what he gonna say. All bets off the table because he playing with this man money, he playing with this man career. Something like this, bro. Like something like this is something people going to remember today, forget tomorrow, bro. We got the Sweet 16. These jokers been eliminated, bro. By this Final Four, people not even going to be talking about Dan Hurley and his attitude and him acting like a 12-year-old at the big age of 52. Ain't nobody going to care, bro. So it is what it is. I'm going to read this Philly news, and then we're going to get out of here, bro. I'm going to read this Philly news, and we're going to get out of here. Let's see where we at. Young Philly. I didn't even know Philly was a rapper. I just thought he was a YouTuber with the Sidemen. Who should I read? Yahoo? Hot New Hip Hop? I'll read Hot New Hip Hop. We'll support urban media. This is written by Gabriel Bras Navarez. Young Philly received sexual... Sorry, I apologize. Young Philly received SA charges in Australia last year over an alleged incident the day after his Perth concert. He performed concerts? I did not know this was I just thought he was part of the Sidemen. Young Philly, whose real name is Andreas Felipe Valença Barrentos, is even in more legal trouble now as a second SA allegation has come forth from overseas. A British female tourist accused the UK media personality of the crime over an alleged incident in Spain last summer, according to the Daily Mail. The accuser reported that the alleged incident to UK police weeks after making it back home, alleging that he touched her inappropriately at a nightclub and essayed her in a hotel room after a beachside show in the area. According to the accuser's story, Philly allegedly essayed her and she engaged in consensual intercourse with one of his colleagues in the hotel. What? That's too much of a gray area. See, these things, I'm glad I read this to at least per an all hip hop report. Spanish law enforcement opened an ongoing investigation into young Philly's allegations, who faces a similar case in Australia. In fact, the Palmer George judge reportedly sought cooperation from police down under to put him under oath and question him over the incident. Australian authorities accused the 29-year-old of alleged SA in the area in September 2024. Okay. In March of this year, he reportedly pleaded not guilty to 3 counts of A, causing bodily harm, 1 count of 4 counts of without consent. In Australia, young Philly is on bail after a October 2024 ruling, but he can't leave Australia while under strict conditions. Other legal matters also emerged from a less serious degree, such as a guilty plea to reckless driving charges for speeding on a highway in November of last year. If everything goes according to schedule, he will attend Western Australia District's Court on June 13th to begin his trial for these SA charges. For those unaware, Young Philly is a Colombian-born, UK-raised YouTuber and hip-hop artist known for his anti-heavy content, skits, collaborations with other big UK names, and controversies like these. Wow. He made various big media crossovers with the likes of BBC, The Sidemen, Hines, and more before these allegations. We will see how 2 cases evolve and whether or not Spanish or Australian authorities will cooperate. I think there's a lot of gray area there, to be honest. I think there's a lot of gray area to be there, to be honest. The thing is, it's like, once again, in another one of these situations, you don't really get the benefit of the doubt when there's so many people coming out, even if they didn't report and press charges. People that came out on social media that just said, I had interactions with dude in the club back in so and so. He's definitely on some kind of crazy, a whole different type of stuff. So while this report might seem like it's in a gray area, because it's like you said he made you feel uncomfortable at the club, but you agreed to go back to his hotel room, and then you were already kind of acting the way in the hotel room, and he was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, just, if you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of gray area there. However, you don't get the benefit of the doubt, young Philly, because you already got this case on you. You already got this accusation on you, and you got a whole lot more on social media that ain't take it to the feds or take it to the law that said you made him feel this way and you had this particular type of pattern of behavior. So we'll see what happens. Also, in these situations, you have to be mindful of, one person already put a case out on, he already has that over his head. It's kind of a bit easier to say, this happened. I had an encounter with him. Maybe I could slip it. Maybe I would. And, you know, kind of hop on that train. That is a possibility as well. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It seems it'll be something that people just going to have to continue to follow, bro. It's going to be something people going to have to continue to follow. So anyways, I got to get out of here. It's been an hour and a half. It's 2 a.m. Eastern time, 1 a.m. Central. I want all you guys to take care of yourselves and have a great night. Have a great morning. Have a great day whenever you're watching this. As always, my name is Rashad Milligan. If you are new to the channel, it's here to the road to 5K subs. Until next time, peace.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Yeah, we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
that's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Yeah, we can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.